folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by a faculty Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be discussing today? What to know about Iran's nuclear assets targeted by your Israeli strikes? In this video, we will be seeing as to why is it important, how is it relevant to your UPSC, for example, that is your GS paper 2, GS paper 3. There are multiple reasons why we say that yes, Iran's nuclear facilities or assets which are being attacked by Israel, and the following results that you see. Now, when I say following results, US President Donald Trump has asked for a complete surrender. Iran has retaliated by telling that we will not, if anyone who knows Iran will know that we will not come into complete surrender. And Iran has also told that if US intervenes unnecessarily into this, then it would lead to a regretful turn of events, a very catastrophic events. Why Iran does not want USA to interfere? That also further we will be explaining in the course of the video. Okay. Now, look at this. Which are the sites of Iran's nuclear program and how have Israeli airstrikes impacted the production at each location? So first we will be seeing the areas, how their production was with respect to Iran pe, and because Israel has hit or has it been able to hit the target site, has it led to any changes? Has Israel been able to completely hit all the targets? What are the roadblocks in that? All this we will see. First thing, this picture is very important for you to understand. Look at this. This is a televised media briefing which is given by the Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. This is a televised speech. On the background, if you see, is a portrait of Ayatollah Khamenei. Why this picture is important? And how is it relevant to the thing that we are talking about, or how is it relevant to the present? See, your Ayatollah Khamenei was one of the persons who wanted to, or this is where the concept of revolution started coming in your historic ties between USA and Iran. Initially, USA and Iran were on a friendlier side. Things changed when he became the supreme commander, that is Ayatollah Khamenei, who said that no, I am going to bring about the Islamic revolution. We are going to change the pro-West ideologies. Understanding? The same is carried forward, the same ideologies. So it is almost like the carry forward of the same ideology that is being presently followed by your present supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who has, again, he absorbs the most of the power and he has now gone into the hiding in the bunkers. Now, Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei has warned that Israel made a mistake in attacking Iran. And he has also said that USA should not intervene into the fight between Israel and Iran. If it does, it will be very bad. The outcomes will be very bad. Why? See, first and foremost, this is a very large picture that we will be seeing. USA under Barack Obama had come into a deal with respect to Iran. Finally, a lot of depreciated unemployment, inflation of Iran tried to reduce during that nuclear pact. And finally, USA ka president Donald Trump cancelled that, and this led to what? Iran trying to showcase anger, resentment towards USA backing out of the plan, said, okay, fine, if you are going to pull out of the plan, I am also going to pull out of the plan that I have to stop uranium enrichment. I will go ahead with the uranium enrichment, is what it told. And finally, IAEA had given out a report stating that Iran is restricting its watchdog of United Nations. IAEA had told that Iran is restricting the complete access, followed by which Israel, which claims that Iran is an existential threat to Israel, went ahead and carried forward these attacks on the nuclear sites and facilities. Now, we will see what and all were those sites. Iran's Supreme Commander has held that Israel would be punished for these actions and any US strike will be undoubtedly be accompanied by irreparable damage. And on asked, US President Donald Trump is asking for a complete surrender, unconditional surrender. He said the people will not forget the blood of martyrs and the attack on their territory. So there is confrontations on both sides. Now in this side on three sides. Look at this. When asked for a complete surrender by US President, intelligent people who know Iran, the nation and history of Iran will never speak to this nation in the language of threats because of the Iranian nation cannot be surrendered. For which Iranian ambassador to the UN Ali Bahrain has held that Iran would respond to Israeli strikes strongly and without restraint. He has also told UNHRC that Israel's targeting of Iran nuclear facilities represented an act of war against humanity. One thing is, including your IAEA tells us, you should not attack any nuclear facility. Why? Because that will lead to a huge catastrophe of you're exposing to hazardous radiations. This will affect all the neighboring countries, territories, etc. Understanding? Despite that, Israel has carried it out. So your IAEA had censured Iran for not working with its inspectors. And one more demand from your US, the reason for pulling out of your Iran-Tehran nuclear deal of 2015 is, again, they are telling that we need multiple changes, wherein you have to reduce or completely end uranium enrichment. So based on this report, so this is USA ka demand, this is your IAEA ka, followed just few days after this report on June 12th, Israel started the attacks on Iran. Now let's see where are Iran's uranium enrichment facilities. First, it is located at the central plateau around 220 kilometers. What it is, we will be discussing. First thing is your Natanz site, which had two enrichment plants that were operational when Israel began its attack, which means Natanz site was completely operational when Israel hit it. IAEA has held that, yes, initially they held that they have hit Natanz facility. The operations is what it is telling. Now look at this. Natanz, Iran's only uranium enrichment plant. This was post year 2015. That is 2018 when Donald Trump backed out of the plan. This was how the production was. That is, they started with the uranium enrichment. So this is your Natanz. This was operational when Israel hit. Next is fuel enrichment plant, wherein this is an underground facility. Okay, here the keyword you have to know is it is an underground facility which has around 5,000 centrifuges. Okay, fine, all this is fine. When I tell fine, understand this. Presently, your fuel enrichment plant has 17,000 centrifuges installed, of which 13,500 were operational and they were enriching uranium up to 5%. Initially, when Israel struck your fuel enrichment plant, your IAEA Director General Rafael Grossi said that yes, the electricity of this plant is affected. Initially, they told only electricity is affected. This electricity include the backup power, okay, all of those. But then after few days, they clarified that no, they have hit in such a manner that it has affected, if not completely neutralized, understanding, if not completely neutralized, but it has severely damaged. It has severely damaged the facilities and not just the electricity. This is what your IAEA claimed. Next is your pilot fuel enrichment plant. Here also, this is the smallest uranium enrichment facility and this is above the ground. They used to pretty much use it for your research and development. Here also they had 164 advanced centrifuges, which they were enriching uranium up to 60%. See, when you enrich uranium to 90%, then you are making a nuclear weapon, a bomb. They have already come up to 60%. One thing your Iran claims is it tells that we are not doing uranium enrichment for building a bomb but is only for civilian purposes. What your agencies are claiming is 60% is way above the limit for civilian production. Understanding? In the same side, it had 201 centrifuges which were also enriching the uranium up to 2%. See, look at this picture. This is where in the starting we discussed, right? Iran has voiced out that USA should not strike. There is a reason. And Israel wants USA to enter and strike. So it was stated that in certain reports in 2023, Iran commenced tunneling into, okay, the Zagros mountain in central Iran to build nuclear facilities deep within the mountains. Okay. For this, what happened? Why are they wanting US or Israel to in this zone? You will understand. Look at this. This is your Zagros mountain region. Do you see? It is bordering your Iraq and Iran. Fine. Now we will come back to it. Look at this. The next is your Fordow. This is also uranium enrichment, but it is buried deep within huge mountain at Fordow. Okay, wherein it is completely underground. Your UN inspectors in 2012 stated that there were presence of tunnels. This is a complete underground, okay, facility wherein the tunnels with thick walls and blast proof doors, with some bunkers protected by 300 feet of rock. I want you to remember this, 300 feet of rock. So the depth is 300 feet. And according to IAA, country's most powerful centrifuges are located in your Fordow. And Fordow has about 2000 operational centrifuges. Okay, and they've said to added 166.6 kg of uranium to be enriched, and that is again 60% enrichment. Now we will come back to the same thing that we said. Why Iran doesn't want USA to enter? Why Israel wants USA to enter? See, Fordow still today in the strikes, Israel has not been able to hit Fordow. One of the reasons is because it does not have the capacity to hit that deep. Understanding, see your blue 109, it can hit up to 6 to 8 feet into the ground. And its GBU 28 can hit up to 16 to 20 feet into the ground. So it does not have the capacity to hit 300 feet. But who has that capacity? Your USA. USA has GBU 57 which can hit below 200 feet. Which means if anyone can hit or come towards this site, then it is only USA. Your Israel wants USA to enter and hit this site. Iran doesn't want that happening. Understanding? If we see other nuclear facilities, first thing is your Isfahan. It is more like it houses 3 Chinese reactors, research reactors, and which is coming under your Iranian atomic program. This also has your uranium conversion facility where yellow cake uranium is turned into uranium hexafluoride, which is very much needed for your enrichment, uranium enrichment. This is like more of the raw material. Next is your Barshahar province, which has Iran's lone commercial nuclear power plant. And during 1970s, this was the place of major attack and targeted during your Iran-Iraq war. And this was completed by Russia with IAEA overseeing it. Iran is your South Pars gas field, which is the world's largest natural gas field, which Iran shares with Qatar. Look at this, Bushehr, okay, and your South Pars, that is your largest gas field, okay, it is shared by Iran and Qatar. Now these are the sites and these are the damages that is done in your Iran-Israel conflict. With this, we've come to the end of the content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.